All right, so I'm gonna try to talk over a trade that took place earlier today. NVGT right here. I don't have a position yet, but I'm getting ready to long it. I've seen that it was a breakout over a major daily breakout, really to all-time highs, and it's close to that 2 o'clock area where I'm anticipating that it's going to break out over this candle right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a buy order in. I believe I think I did 6,500 shares, which is $1,000 position, and I put it at 1550 initially, just to see if I can get some executed before the $16 break, because I know it's coming. It's about that time. It's 2 p.m. Eastern. It's really 2:30. So put that order in. It's sitting there right now. I'm just waiting to get filled. In the meantime, I was still short AGEN. I was short from 393 and had 700 shares. So still kind of keeping my eyes on AGEN as well as NVGT. So I got a partial fill, I think of 500 shares out of my 6,500 that I wanted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just at this point, I'm thinking about jumping the bid and go ahead and getting in before this thing runs away from me. OTCs, you almost have to anticipate these breakouts and breakdowns because once it hits there, it won't. A lot of times it'll jump over your order. So now I'm checking out OTC markets to see if there's any news out for this or if it has anything worth interest. So I see the stop sign. It doesn't have the skull and bones, but it has some bad information on OTC markets saying that they don't really share this disclosures. There was no news or anything like that, so this was just a mere chart play. There's nothing on the financials that says anything that is going to break out besides the volume on the day and the chart. So yeah, so it just pushed 16 cents. And I just realized that. So I'm like, all right, cool. My 1550 is not gonna get sold, so I'm gonna go ahead and move it all the way up to make sure I get you know a full position because I think this can go way higher than the 16. So I went ahead and updated my order, modified it, and put it in for 1650. And I got it. I got filled at 1628. So boom, right in between the bid and the ask. So decent execution, especially for a little bit of a chase. But as of right now, this area is starting to break out over that high day. So this is one that, hey, even though we chased it a little bit right here, I still see it's still over an hour to go in the market, and this thing really has time to run, especially if other traders sees it and volume comes in. So as you can see on the time in sales, 16s are going off. Last time it was less than 16 was at 14:36, which was 2 minutes ago. So I don't think it's going to come back down to where my initial 1550 order was. So this was a good choice by me to go ahead and decide to, jump the ask or jump the bid and just go ahead and execute and get in. So one of the things I noticed about NVGT is you never see the bid creep up first. You always see the ask creep up and then the bid follows. So the ask creeped up to 1630. The bid was just at 1550. Now the bid creeped up to 16. Talking about right here. So now that bid creeped up to 1630, and you got some big buyers looking to get in. And then the ask increase, and there's the uptick. So it showed 17 cents for a while, and it's officially broken out over that higher day area, which was previously 1610 or something like that. Right now I have it on 15-minute candle chart, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna switch it back to 5-minute candles in here shortly to get a better look at the trend. Remember, I'm still short AGN at this point in time, so my attention is kind of split right now. All right, 17 cents just popped. So from 1650 all the way to 17, 16 and a half cents and 17 cents and 16 and 17.5 all at as whole dollar half dollars, as if it was $1 or $1.50. It's a key area. So the 1750s just got ran through. Surprised I haven't turned it back to 50 or 5-minute candles yet. Sit here looking at this 15-minute chart. Could be deceiving. It's probably doing something else, typing or doing something at the time. So I finally changed it back to 5 minute candles. Taking a look at the 1 minute candles. So the stock is a little bit low volume. It's a little bit of liquid, especially during the midday. But let's see how volume comes back in right here. So it's cool to trade it whenever it's trading, 50,000, 100,000 volume in these few minutes. But, 12, 12:30, it's not good to trade it there. So I just turned back to AGEN, and at this point, I'm probably considering covering my short. We found that it made a bottom at 174 and then came back down and confirmed that bottom. And right now, it bounced off of that, got rejected at this 381 area, and it's come back down. But now it's floating around this support area that it's been holding since midday, 12 o'clock. So at this point, I'm like, I might be good just taking the profits where it's at rather than trying to hold and that support area holds up and it bounces off of that. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do and when I want to do it. All right, got my order ready to cover my 700 shares. Finger on the trigger at the submit button. Just waiting to see what the price action is going to do. And I submitted it and filled it. So I'm at this point I'm out of AGEN. Um, bagged about $93, and I can completely focus on NVGT. At this part of this play, it just doesn't look like it's going to break down any further. It's like it's hanging out on that support area. But we'll see what happens. Played the meter to move well. As much range as it had so far on the day. I got in and took advantage of all that range, all that downside. So I'm satisfied with agent. NVGT looks like it's getting ready to break out again. And when I got into this stock, just because I looked at the filings and whatnot, or the lack thereof filings, it didn't have any news besides a rumor of a buyout of somebody. I guess it's a rich guy. Don't know who he is, but there's a rumor of a buyout, and that's about it. I don't see any official press releases. I don't see any news or anything else. But other than that, it's just a breakout over that 14 cent area. So looking at the daily right here, it's a beautiful chart. Looking at the 5 minute, it's a beautiful high day afternoon breakout, the ones that we look to play all the time. But going back to what I was saying earlier, I don't, without it having news, maybe they put out a PR in the morning, I don't know, but without it having official news today, I don't feel comfortable, taking it overnight. So going into this trade, I'm looking to sell into a push, you know, in the power hour. Maybe a push going to 19 is what I was looking for. And if I zoom back out and show you the longer term resistance, I'll show you exactly why I chose that area. Getting ready to do a little bit of Twitter research to see what's the hype about NVGT. Because there's no news, so there's got to be some hype. So seems like it's deals in the marijuana industry, and it looks like he had an investor, DeSanti. Not sure exactly what his full name is, but this DeSanti guy has been rumored to be buying out the stock. Now my Google Chrome is frozen, so I'm gonna have to fix this. All right, so let's try this Twitter search again. Sorry for the delay. I obviously was doing something else, probably typing or looking up something. But at this point, NVGT has crossed over the 18-cent mark, and up at these levels, we're over 10% in profits, unrealized. And we're gonna see where this can go to, see how much juice we can push out of her before calling it quits. And scrolling down through his Twitter feed, everyone just keeps repeating themselves. So I'm checking Yahoo Finance to see if they got anything on NVGT, but I doubt they do, being that it's a pink slip stock. pink sheet stock. Nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing at all. It got slapped back down under 18 cents. So 17, 1780. Really 18 cents is the clear resistance at this point. Volume is so slow. Should pick up right at 1300 or 1500. 1500 hours it should pick up. But it's good to know how slow this actually is so it doesn't phase you out when nothing is happening. I was trying to figure out why my scanner didn't pick up NVGT, and it didn't pick it up, and the parameters are set for where it should have picked it up. But sometimes different brokers ignore certain stocks. Now I'm just now I'm just checking out my scanner. Like the APDN right now is a perfect dip buy at this level. Right at VWAP, getting ready to push back up for end of day squeeze. See? Uh, turned it, but APDN, it's a good one. All right, so 18 cents fell off a little bit. It's a little dip here. Maybe some people are taking some profits from the 14-cent area. Agen still where it's been at. AGEN. All it takes is one big buyer, one big seller to flip the tables. Even though it's rejected off this 18-cent level, volume comes in, a couple of big buyers come in, and people that's been waiting on the sidelines to get in jumps in. Once they see that, this thing can really spike and spike quickly, just like that. So what I did was actually had paused the video and restarted it about 15 minutes after 3 o'clock, and by that time we had got a nice breakout, or I'm sorry, it bounced off of the dip and is trading around the 18 cents area. An agent also ended up breaking down even further, so I covered a little bit too soon. Had nice sideways price action that it cracked under, and that 375 area got violated. But 1850 is on the bid. That's my sell area and my. So I'm gonna head and follow the plan. We're gonna put 1880 on the sell. We're gonna submit. Oh, there it is. We got the order in. Let's see how long it takes to fill. Boom, filled just like that. Sold into strength. And that's my NVGT trade, just like that. It does continue on a little bit. I think it got as high as 1940, 1930 before coming back down a little bit. So there we are.